everybody. Barry with Christenson Transportation. We're the trucker's truck, and safety takes priority. Sometimes everybody's got different personalities. Everybody's got different ways of dealing with stress, happiness, sorrow, all that kind of stuff. I'm typically smart aleck, just my nature. But anyway, some of these videos are all about educating, fixing a problem, preventing a problem, addressing things that we need to address. And every now and then I do one that's just informative and serious. And I think the serious side is sometimes, especially with me, I laugh things off, I joke about it, but I understand the seriousness of the situation. I'm just trying to deflect some of that and lighten it up. But there are some things that you have to hit head on. You've got to address whether you like it or not. And typically it's so that you can not regret not doing something, not regret something you could have said or done to avoid a problem. So those are not the easy ones. Those are the ones that you learn as a parent, as a boss, that you just have to do. It's your duty, basically. So I've got a couple things I wrote down to talk about, and just something to think about. Recognition. Sometimes, we pat people on the back and we go out and we say, good job, somebody's done something. That goes a little way up the hill for behavior and motivation and job, likability. But it's the other side of that has a bigger effect. The not recognizing when somebody is doing all they can do. Somebody is going beyond the norm. Somebody's always the person that steps in and gets the job done when you need it done, and you just take that for granted. So you've got the recognition part, that's great. But I think the thing you need to remember is failing to recognize when somebody does that does more harm than the good that's done by recognizing the behavior. So, don't take things for granted. Don't assume, well, that's little Joe. Joe always the one that takes care of it. When stuff goes to hell, we call Joe. But we don't say anything. We just assume that that's what Joe does. Eventually, that is a non-motivator. When people get frustrated, when they don't, they come up with things that we could do better, or they're filling gaps where there's holes, and nobody says thank you. They don't want to do it anymore. It's like, I tried, I do it, it does no good, nobody gives a crap. You need to give a crap, because these people give a crap. So remember, the harm in not acknowledging it is greater than the good from acknowledging it. The other one is we see a lot of things in this business and all businesses. It's just life. People have things that happen. People get old. People lose loved ones. People have, soldiers, whatever it is. And the thing is, tell people you love them. Sometimes we're just macho people, and we, oh, they know I love them. No, they don't know. You tell them, hey, I love you. And it's as simple as that. Don't regret not saying that stuff to your loved ones, because they might not always be there. Stuff happens. It's a part of life, like I said. So take that last second of every phone call. And I try to do it with my mom all the time. Hey, love you. Not, hey, bye, see you later, it's love you. And then they stop and they're like, oh, love you too. Makes you feel good. And it makes you not have regrets of not saying it. So keep that one. Um, the other thing is we have a responsibility, I think, in a business, in a group, in a club, and in an organization to look out for others. I always have people say, well, I didn't want to rat that person out. They did this. I didn't want to do that. Well, here's the thing, especially in trucking, people can do stuff that affects the entire organization, and it can affect it permanently. And a majority of the time, they're doing that out of selfishness, and they're doing that without us knowing it, without their peers knowing it. It's like, you did this and affected my job or my life or my income or my family, and I had no say so in it. That's not fair at all. So when I tell people you have a responsibility to tell somebody when you see somebody doing something along those lines, you need to step up and say, hey, this person did that. Now, we're not going to go out and say, well, little Joe, little Jimmy said you did this. We're going to address it because it needs to be addressed, but don't let people do stuff that can potentially have a direct effect, negative effect on what you're doing and your ability to do stuff um, without telling somebody. We all have that responsibility to step up and do the right thing. And the right thing is to protect the herd from the individual. So, prevent something. And you can Google this because I don't have my facts straight every time, but the space shuttle that blew up. I was watching that in 1985 on TV in my dorm room. Killed a school teacher, killed multiple people. And I was somewhere the other day and they were talking about that same subject of speaking up and not regretting doing something because they had a known problem with temperature. And when they launched those spaceships, a certain degree of coolness directly affected those rockets. And somebody in that organization said, hey, we should wait till tomorrow. It's going to be 15 degrees warmer. And somebody above that said, no, we're good. And they had a catastrophic thing. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about is you've got to say, when you see something, you've got to make yourself heard. Because if you say it just to one person kind of on the down low, they may put it under the covers and then you're going to regret because something may happen. You're like, man, I told that person. You got to tell multiple. You got to raise the flag up a little higher and put your feet down and scream from the top of the mountain sometimes if it's very important. So keep that in mind. You're not ratting on somebody. You're helping the family. The last thing is part kind of goes along with all these. It's just how to have that tough conversation. You're not going to change something that somebody's doing if you don't have a conversation. You're not going to affect anything. And it's kind of like you just have to have it the right way. People need to know why they do stuff. When I say, hey, just do this because I said so. That's not a motivating somebody to do it. But if you say, hey, if you drop your landing gear just to the ground a little bit and then lower your airbags and drive out, when they pick that up, they might be able to pull it out and get to the crank handle and crank the dollies up. So if I had just said, drop your trailers correctly, they would have said, I don't know what he's talking about. But when you start thinking of why am I doing this, it makes perfect sense. And it's not a hard conversation when somebody's telling you, I need you to change this or I need you to do this. And this is the reason why you need to do it and the effect that it will have positively versus negatively. They're going to buy in. And it's not a bad deal. They're like, hey, I never thought about it that way. That's an easy one. I'll help you. Versus just being told to do something. So learn to have those difficult conversations, and they'll get easier. It's just how you address it. So anyway, that's my down to earth, feel good, not bitching, not telling you how to do something video. that hopefully you can think of. And some of those things were like, wow, that's Barry actually put some thought into that one. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being at Christenson, where the truckers truck and safety takes priority.